What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chance. This is Be Yourself podcast therapy sessions. Obviously, you know this means it's time for another session. Today's session, losing a pet. And for therapy reasons, today I'll be talking about losing my dog Scrappy, aka my son. This was definitely a couple years ago, but it came up because today, out of nowhere, in the mail, my dad sent me a keychain of Scrappy's face, and it was real sweet. It brought me back to those days. Like it looks exactly like his face. Like it's such a great gift that it's supposed to go in the keychain, but I've been holding it in my pocket, like taking it everywhere with me. So it may be a little tough for me, but this is just for everyone that's going through the situation or going through the situation. It's just about healing. And you're basically healing from a friend. Or in my case, I called Scrappy my son. But anyone that knew me knew that Scrappy wasn't a dog. Not to me. He was my family. He was my peace. He was my world. He was everything. He was the one who'd sit next to me when I didn't know shit. He'd be next to me if I was in a bad mood, if I made mistakes, if I had a bad day. He just cared that I was there. And that kind of love is rare. It's pure. I believe if you ever had a dog, you know what I mean. They don't just live with you. It's like a piece of you. Like when I'm telling you, me and Scrappy were together forever. We're like from the time I got him. I remember coming home, he was knocked out asleep, like knocked out to the world. Um, the person that had him at the time said, "Oh, we've been trying to get him up, but he can't get up. He's just knocked out, baby sleepy." I promise you, all I did was whistle, and his eyes woke up, and he came running towards me. And from that day on, like we were just linked. Like that was my man's. That was my son. We were broke together. We had money together. We went from city to city together, drove together, been everywhere together. I mean, like when I had nothing and I was eating mayonnaise sandwiches, and if you're from where I'm from, early hood beginnings, broke days, mayonnaise sandwiches used to slap. I'm talking about when I had that, that's what Scrappy had. He minus the mayonnaise though, but he had bread. It was just tearing up bread. But, you know, and when I started doing the acting thing and the music started hitting, both were going together and I was doing well. Oh, we was eating lovely. Scrappy had treats all day, like whatever he wanted. He was eating lovely, like the best of food, just killing it. Um, when Scrappy passed, the silence was loud. It was hard for me. Like, hold on. I mean, there was none of his footsteps, none of his running to the door when I came in, no excited little bark. And I think that's what hit me hard, realizing how much life he brought into me. Like, not realizing how much comfort his little heartbeat could bring me. Grief like that sneaks up on you. I mean, just looking at his little spot where his bed wasn't there no more. And truth be told, when this happened, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. When Scrappy passed, it was hard. I legit maybe for 2 days straight, and I'm not saying this is what you should do because I definitely don't condone it. But for me, in my case, For 2 days straight, I just hit the whiskey. Straight whiskey. I laid in his bed in the corner and just cried my eyes out. It was bad. But, you know, I was reminded after the second day, hey, we got some kids. Like, they're looking at you like they need you. And honestly, if I didn't have kids this hit, I probably would have been in that dark space for a long time. But my kids did bring me back. And I did remember, oh, I need to be present. I need to be here. I need to be here for them. I think I think what's hard about Scrappy being gone is when I had Scrappy, like even though like I said, at times we were, not in the best financial state, you know. We were just getting by, but we had mad love and just me and him together was all I needed. But like I said, I think what bothers me the most is at that particular time when I had Scrappy. Even though obviously it makes sense that he was, you know, I believe things happen for a reason, and people come, whether they're people or they're animals, come into your life for a specific purpose. And I believe I needed him to get through everything that I was getting through. But again, what bothers me is that now that I'm in a better financial space and he could be getting everything I wanted to give him, even though I know he still got love and he still got things, but I'm in such a different space now that he could legitimately be spoiled, like my other dog, Gatsby. Gatsby's just like, I make jokes all the time, like Scrappy was Will and Gatsby's Carlton for the Fresh Prince. Gatsby just gets everything spoiled. Sleeps on the couch, even though Scrappy did at times. Scrappy knew I didn't play that. Gatsby on the couch, balls all over it, just chilling. The only difference that I will give Gatsby is I don't give Gatsby people food. Like I'll give him bread, but that's it. And that's like a special treat, like when he's done something well or just because, just to show him love. I'll give him bread. And it's not often though. But Scrappy, I'd give him Doritos. I give him the crust of my pizza. I still remember when he passed away. I still remember the first time I ate pizza, kind of forgetting that he was there, that he wasn't there, and just ripping off my crust and throwing it on the floor in the corner. And obviously, he wasn't able to eat that, so I had to go pick that up and throw it away. But like I said, Scrappy was just straight hood. New York City, we lived, had him on the block, had pictures of him standing up with his paws on gates, had the chain thick. He was just he was a G. And I just wish that he could experience the life that I'm at now so that I could spoil him and I could give him everything that I wish I could have at that time. So that's the thing that bothers me the most because he was a big piece of me. And what makes it easier to move on is I don't know if I believe it was my mom that said it, but it's like he was holding on as long as he could because he knew that, I was alone. And then when I finally got my family and my kids, it's like the look he gave to me. It was like, all right, Dad, it's time for me to go. I know you're happy, and I know you're gonna be happy. So it's time for me to say goodbye. And as much as it sucks, I understand it, but I just wish that he was here with me, at least for this run, for a little bit. But I know he left me in good hands, and I know it was his time. So he's always with me. But like I said, this is just to let people know that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel away. And just because you don't think about your pet, your animal, your son, your daughter, whatever you may call them, every day, don't feel guilty like, oh man, I don't love him anymore. You know, they understand. Life moves fast. You got shit to do. But when you can, when you have a second, reminisce a little bit. So I don't even know if this episode, or sorry, this session, I even said anything that would help you guys. Usually I script it out, organize it so that I can say things in order and it can flow and it can make sense. And on a side note, if you want listen to the Geeked Out channel that we have, the Geeked Out podcast, you can check that out too. It's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube as well. I'm pretty good off the hip, so I attempted to shoot off the hip now about this, but man, just looking at the chain and reminiscing on the memories and thinking about him playing in the snow and always being there for me and the kisses and the hugs and how he was with my daughters. Like, I just couldn't really think straight or tell you anything that probably would help because I guess, you know, which is okay. I'm still feeling the way about him being gone. But again, in closing, because our session time is up, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to think about them. It's okay to have pictures of them. It's okay to keep them on your phone, keep them as screensavers, get a stuffed animal, get a pillow cover. It's okay. And if in time you feel a certain way, it is okay to get another animal, like I did. I didn't want to at first, but my daughters really wanted one and they were really sad. And I think what made me do it the most was my daughter said, I really want another pet, but I don't want him to be sad because Scrappy's not here. And, you know, kind of broke my heart a little bit, but I knew that she wanted another dog. So we got Gatsby and, he's been great. You know, I believe Scrappy said, hey, this guy's going to be all right for y'all. He's cool. He has my blessing. I would have loved to see Scrappy and Gatsby together, but again, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to reminisce because losing someone you love is hard. So don't feel bad about that. But again, I really don't know what else to say because I didn't think that I would really get that emotional about it because it's been a while. But I just really can't think or talk straight when I reminisce and think about his face and think about the things that we went through. So if you've lost a pet and you still catch yourself missing them, the random moments, I promise you, you're not crazy. You're not weak, but you're a human. Grief doesn't have a timeline, and love doesn't have an expiration date. It's okay to cry. It's okay to smile at the memories. It's even okay to still talk about them sometimes. I definitely do. Because when a bond is real, it doesn't end. It just changes forms. Scrappy will always be a part of me, a part of my story. He taught me love, loyalty, and patience. He led me through some of the hardest times of my life. So this one's for you, son. For the friend who didn't speak a word, but somehow always knew what to say. I love you, and I miss you. Eat, be yourself.